think of. So you as a parent and as a woman, I want to see how do you weigh everything on this?
Let me say, speaking as a parent and as a woman, and I'm going to say this with a lot of humility, and please Kenyans forgive me, but we need to be very honest. What does a parent do when you catch your child smoking, drinking, with condoms, with birth control pills, and they're not of age? What do you do as a parent? These four things that I've touched are legal and are being sold over the counter.
Yes.
Look at cigarettes. They tell you cigarette smoking is harmful to your health, and they draw a very burnt up lung behind there. Then when you drink alcohol, you're told excessive consumption of alcohol, whatever, don't drink and drive.
Yes.
So when people are purchasing these things, already they have been warned. They're told, you drink, but it's not good. What do you as a parent do about it? All this aspect goes back to parenting. We are telling you, weed or marijuana is not as dangerous, it's not as carcinogenic as all the others. So you as a parent, what do you do when you catch your child with those four things that are legal, but you know they are not right?
Yes.
So it's the same way you're going to control your child, the same way you tell your children and you talk to them and you tell them, don't smoke, don't drink, because and because. Here is where you tell them, yes, weed has been legalized, but don't do it. It's for purposes of exploitation. And let me tell you, Bwana Omondi, as it is now, if you want to go smoke, you will buy it. In the next 2 minutes, you can access it. So despite the fact that it's illegal, it is readily accessible. Can we agree on that fact as parents? And we are not here to say that, no, let Kenyans smoke. What kind of a presidency would we be running, or what kind of a country would we be running if we let everyone become a junkie? And let me give you this very short story on where I'm really getting my information. There's this wrestling guy. He was a wrestler in the 70s and 80s. He was called Jesse Ventura.
Yes.
Jesse Ventura is the former governor of Minnesota. So he tells us a story that after 41 years of marriage, his wife started experiencing epilepsy. Would he have run away from her? No, they tried the contemporary medicine, or what is known. It didn't work out. Her epilepsy was just going on. So he took her to Southern Carolina, where medicinal marijuana was legal. And she was given a prescription. And imagine the epilepsy stopped and they went back to their life. So Jesse says, just because it's illegal doesn't mean it's not there. We are only giving room for criminals to run this enterprise. We saw, like yesterday, someone was arrested and we are being told the minimum in his books of account he's made is 12 million.
Yes.
Remember that story? That means already the supply is there. But where is the supply there? Because there is demand. So instead of controlling the supply aspect of it, let's control the demand and say, what we demand this marijuana for is for export. It's for medicinal value. It is for religious value. Already, Kenyans, we are trying to be creative. We are trying to be different. We are trying to look at the competitive edge. Again, another question we used to encounter when you were in school was, what are the minerals in Uganda and Tanzania? Those countries have more minerals than we have. And in fact, let me digress a bit. When there was a fuel shortage, I would hear Kenyans saying, but we have fuel in Turkana. Where does it go?
Gamia.
There is so much mystery in our commodities, dear Kenyans. So the other two countries are leaving us behind because they manage the minerals. But what do we have? What have we been blessed in this country? Arable land. Northeastern is dry. I'm seeing the people are fundraising for the drought-stricken guys in Northeastern. That dry land is land that can even grow the weed, the marijuana, and also have other schemes for growing of organic food. We can have, it's an easy way of looking at how we grow our food and how we grow our crops for export. We tried kulalu galana. Did it work out? It didn't work out. Maize, nasikia bei ugali inaenda kupanda. Yet we are told that farmers are growing maize. So dear Kenyans and parents, I know this is a new thing. Let's accept it. Because like I said, the vision of a parent when they're taking out loans to educate their children is for the children to be better people, children who are independent of the parents. But as it is now, when you're fighting this thing, things are not going to be easy. Very quick before I finish.
Yes.
Today I had in the news a CS for education.
Professor Magoha?
Magoha said that the uptake of Form 1s was very low this time. What is the reason? Because people don't have money to take their children to Form 1. And the funny thing, when I was announced, if you see the SMSs, the WhatsApps I'm receiving, please come to my fundraising, nipati harambe, give me bursary. Kenyans, do you want us to continue on that path of bursaries, handouts? Let's be independent of the debts, the handouts. Let's have our own money. Let's have our own